Over the last 12 hours has seen governments, well, more specifically the Ministry of Energy, open up to Ghanaians about the current state of power and its distribution and service provision in our country. Well, it just gives us a case in point that no matter the difficulties you face, also open up. Tell people how you feel, or even tell your loved ones what the challenges you're facing. They could give you some remedies, but they also could know that you empathize and so you want to do something about your situation as well as theirs. So for all the things that you have to go through, know that, well, having the end of the tunnel being dark is not the end of the day. There's always lights at that end. Today on the show, we're going to assess the first half of President Akufo-Addo's government in office. 2 years, just in December. It's a prelude to Joy FM's scorecard. You may have been hearing and listening to the activations. Now, we'll be hearing from ordinary Ghanaians like you and I as we assess President Akufo-Addo's government. We'll also hear from some prominent Ghanaians as well as ordinary people. We'll also be getting to know some of the promises made by the president and his team since the assumption of office. And then we'll also be giving viewers the chance or the opportunity to join the conversation via all the available platforms, online, the phone lines, even just communicating through Facebook and the other relevant platforms on social media. You rate the performance of the president on the scale 1 to 10, like the normal test you do when you're in primary school. We'll also see which mark will come out as the ultimate at the end of the day. I have to tell you, it's a day-long program. And so we'll also be in the Labadi suite as we hear from some of the patrons, some resource persons as they troop in. Mama Vioso Boaje is there. He'll be there with Kojo Yankson, who is one of the moderators for the day's program. Well, at 8 a.m., of course, we'll be handing over to the team in Labadi and we'll be bringing to you that live event, the scorecard, measuring by ourselves the performance of the Akufo-Addo-led government, the Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Okay? And that's it for our programming mainly. It's more about governance-related issues, but we'll bring you the latest sports stories. We'll also bring you a review of the newspapers, and then we'll tell you about the latest issues on the international front after we've looked at myjoyonline.com, our prominent online portal, and possibly go to the BBC or even CNN. You may have known that GM, General Motors, one of the biggest car makers in the world, says they want to close 5 plants inside the United States of America. And President Donald Trump is already giving them the warning signs that they better open those 5 plants and start even opening new ones. So we'll bring you all the other portal stories, but let's bring you up to speed with the latest news headlines we have in the studio. Thanks for joining us for the AM show right here on the channel.